Ever since Peter Parker's identity as Spider-Man was exposed, his life had been thrown into complete chaos. Every day at school, he had to deal with the strange looks and whispers from his classmates. And whenever he returned home, countless reporters followed him around the clock, dragging his family into the mess as well. Desperate to make everything go back to normal, Peter decided to seek help from an old friend in New York, Dr. Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme. Stephen had already expected Peter's arrival. After a brief greeting, Dr. Strange took him down to the underground chamber. It turned out that Strange planned to use the memory erasing spell from Kamar-Taj to make the entire world forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. As Dr. Strange formed the spell with one hand, a golden magical circle instantly appeared.
The entire world's about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
But when Peter realized that everyone would forget who he was, he suddenly had another idea. Could his girlfriend be the only exception? With no choice, Dr. Strange had to alter the spell. However, just as the spell was about to be completed, Peter remembered his best friend Ned. Although Strange was clearly getting frustrated, he still continued adjusting the magic for him. But Peter wasn't finished. He then asked if Aunt May could also remember him. After countless changes, the 5 golden rings of magic gradually fell out of control. Even Dr. Strange could no longer contain the power. The next moment, the entire space began to crack apart. A massive surge of energy tore open cracks in the fabric of reality, and countless creatures from other dimensions were about to break through. To prevent the disaster from spreading, Dr. Strange used all his strength to force the unstable magic into the amber containment spell in front of him. In the end, the completely speechless Dr. Strange simply kicked Peter out. The next day, Peter put on his Spider-Man suit again and returned to fighting crime. While searching for anything unusual, his spider sense suddenly went off. Peter jumped onto the roof of a car and saw a monster rapidly approaching in the distance, destroying everything in its path. He immediately prepared for battle. The next second, a massive mechanical arm suddenly burst out from the ground. The attacker was none other than Dr. Octopus from the original Spider-Man universe. Mistaking the Peter in front of him for the Spider-Man he already knew, he immediately launched an attack and violently threw 2 cars toward him. Peter quickly dodged one of them, but the other slammed into him and sent him flying. However, he noticed there were innocent passengers trapped inside the vehicle. Without hesitation, he climbed onto the roof, fired his web shooters, and secured the car, successfully saving a family of 3. But in the very next moment, Dr. Octopus suddenly appeared. He grabbed Peter by the head and hurled him dozens of meters away. What shocked Dr. Octopus was that 4 mechanical tentacles suddenly extended from Peter's back as well. The two immediately entered another fierce battle. Although Peter's mechanical arms were shorter, he was still able to fight against Dr. Octopus thanks to his advanced web shooters. Just as Peter was preparing to strike back, he heard his teacher calling for help in the distance. Seeing his teacher about to fall from a high bridge, Peter pushed himself to the limit and fired his webs, pulling him back to safety. However, Dr. Octopus had no intention of letting them go. He grabbed Peter again and threw him high into the air. Even the nanotech armor on Peter's chest was forcibly ripped away by the mechanical tentacles. And then something unexpected happened. The nanotechnology particles began merging with Dr. Octopus's mechanical arms.